Hey, what's going on, guys? I know it's been a while. I'm recording this as a message to myself and for those of y'all that will listen to this, because it's something that I need to say. It's something that I need to tell myself. And it really begins with the title, I Am Responsible. And it can mean many different things to people. They can get defensive and say, it's like, no, it's the world's fault and this and that. But it also means you're responsible for your happiness in your life. And this year has been very, very eventful. During the last 2 months, even, I've had more progress mentally than I've had in a very, very long time. And it all began with a simple switch of my mind and the way that I looked at things. And it really stemmed from a realization that somewhere in my mind, I felt I did not deserve happiness in my life. And I realized it was subconsciously rejecting a lot of goodness and happiness that I could have all around me. And with that, they say that your world and your reality is the result of you. And that's why you say, I am responsible. You, which is that can mean many different things. Like I'm saying, you can be responsible for all the joy you could ever comprehend in your life. And for the last 2 months, I've been teaching my subconscious to focus only on the life that you want, to focus on who you want to be and what you want to do. And at the end of the day, content creation and where I started here as a podcast is my dream. It's what I want to do. It's what I know that I'm good at. But for the longest time, I could never grasp a consistent vision of what I wanted. And it really comes down to belief in yourself and belief in your vision, which is kind of, that's really what they talk about with manifesting. The reason is not to bring in the results themselves, is to teach your mind that you are unlimited. You can do anything you want with your life. And you have to chase after that with all your heart and find your own voice. Because the longer you wait, the less of a chance there is that you'll find it at all. And it has made significant changes in my life on a subconscious level to aggressively focus on the success that you can muster, the success that you can bring, and to believe in what you can do and make it become all that you are, and never focusing on what was or any blame on anything else. It doesn't matter. You have to say, I am responsible. I am responsible for the happiness that I will bring into my life, and I am responsible for being positive and continuing forward in faith. Faith is believing in the things not yet seen, but you know they're there, and that's the essence of miracles. And for the last few years, I have struggled so immensely with myself, but I was a loser because what I would do is say it was where I am, it's my parents, it's this economy, it's how expensive things are. And at some point, you have to realize that if you believe in yourself and you believe in a greater future ahead, then the only thing that makes sense is to keep your mind ever presently focused on what you want to achieve and go after it. And don't let anybody affect the outcome of that. You are giving others power by allowing them to tell you what you can and can't do. And what I want to do is big. I want to become an elite content creator. I'm working on building a website too, so I'm not completely dependent on YouTube. But I am making significant changes in my life and trying to bring in a new version of myself that never existed before, because I am almost already a very different person than I was maybe 3 months ago. Like, I look at pictures of myself in March and I don't recognize myself because I see a very, beaten down and broken person. And by doing this, it actually snapped me out of depression. I realized I was chronically depressed because one day I had this sudden wave of this energetic rage that came up. Like, it was just not like angry rage, but just wanting to scream and let out all of this energy. And I didn't know where it was coming from. But from what therapists are saying is that when that happens, it's because your mind is waking up. And the only way that it can manifest all of that frustration and confusion is anger. It's the only thing that it can feel is just, and they say to hold on to that and get ready to take on the world, because you know what? That's exactly the kind of people we need right now. And I really have started to believe that I think some part of it is that our generation, I'm 27, but our generation and the people yet to come are very, very weak. And a lot of people won't admit that. They blame boomers, they blame this country. But the point of faith and the point of manifesting and the point of believing in something is being ever constantly focused on the idea that things will become better. If you focus on doomsday, you will bring doomsday. But only for yourself. Because there are people who will see the opportunities waiting for them, and if they have the ideas of a brighter future ahead and want to be able to decide the future of this country, decide the future of those you love, yourself, everything around you, you have to believe in a brighter future that can give back to you. It's the only way you can do it. Negativity and focusing on the bad will only bring in more bad. Do you think telling everybody that the world's going to end is going to bring you $1 million? No. That doesn't make any sense. It's not about the money, but what it makes of you to achieve it. And money is not the idea of the thing itself, but the kind of person you want to be and the caliber of what you will achieve in your life. If you want to achieve monumental, colossal things in your life, you have to upgrade yourself and be so focused on success and so immune to fear that nothing in the world can stop you, almost in a delusional state of being focused completely. And people can say, well, how can you feel so positive? Because look at this and that, look at this and that. And all you can think, the only thing you can think about is that they're going to get left behind because they're focused on what's around them and don't see a vision of what we could be. And the Psalms say that God made us fearfully and wonderfully. We are capable of incredible things. And it only takes the will of a single person to change the world. And it's just this whole year I've been slowly reaching to that point of realizing that I never believed I could achieve that same happiness in my life. And it started with listening to Robin Williams again about him saying that we can all contribute a verse to the world. We have a spark of madness inside us that is only unique to us. And the world will try to kill it and destroy it. But you are the one that will bring that light to the world. And you can't let anybody tell you the rules because the rules were made by them. Who's to say that you can't do incredible things? Who's to say that you can't change the world? And that is where you have to be so delusionally, you have to be so delusional. Sorry, I'm making up words. You have to be so delusional in your belief in yourself and what you can do and what you see, that so intensely that everybody around you starts to believe in that. And you know what? Bringing your light out is not selfish. It gives others the confidence to bring out their own too. Because we live in a very sedated, inundated world that is overwhelmed by so many things that people don't have the uniqueness of thought of how to bring themselves into the world. And they're scared to do so because nobody else has the courage or the willpower to do it. But if somebody else is doing it and then encourages them to do the same, it only gives them permission to change their lives too. And the way the world has gone, phones have zapped our dopamine. It has absolutely destroyed any sense of self and joy that you can bring into this world. People look at news, and on YouTube all day, everybody is taught to do reaction videos and news videos, and say, guys, it's the end of the world. Look, more bad news, more bad news. And it's because the algorithm feeds that and they don't realize they're being brainwashed into doing that. But what happens is that if you continue to feed that, that is the future you are subconsciously wanting for yourself. Do you want that? Do you find joy in that? You have to seriously ask yourself, do you want things to become better? If you do, you have a unique vision. Fight for it like hell. Do not let anybody tell you that you can't do it, because the rules of this world were made by people no smarter than you and most likely weaker than you. And I'm telling you this because I have had all the potential in the world my entire life, but I didn't believe I could do it. And the only person that was telling me that I couldn't do it was me. Nobody else really made that difference because they could tell me that. But I was the one that chose to believe it. I didn't believe in myself. And if there's a hint of fear or doubt, the devil will strike at that and he will run you down until you can't breathe anymore. And that's the state of America right now, is everybody is broken. They don't believe in anything, which is why we only focus on the past and remakes and these famous actors, famous directors that are all dying, and famous writers. We are capable of doing that the very same way. We could bring in a new age of art, of creativity, of light. We will be the ones in charge of what's to come, and that has to begin now. You can't sit here and shake your fist at the world and think that will bring good into your life. You have to believe in goodness for this world, and that's everything. You have to believe in yourself so intensely and have a vision of the future you want, and train your mind to say, this is what's going to happen. So when you're not even thinking, you are doing things that are productive because you believe in that. And it takes work. You have to aggressively focus your mind, because it's like a child that will start to wander off and say, oh, look at this, look at that. And you have to say, stop. Stop. Like, you have to say it out loud. Teach your mind like a child to say, stop. Stop talking. We're doing just fine. Things are good for us. We have a house. We have food. We have everything that we need. Count the things that you have in your life and be grateful for what you have, because therefore it will teach your mind to then be in a state of thinking, not want. I don't want this. I already have it. I am rich. I am successful. I am courageous. I am wanted. I am heard. And you know what? It teaches your mind to say, if you are already these things, then let's bring that into our lives. You can't say, oh, I wish, I want, I need, because it teaches your mind. So then you're still satisfied where you are, though, because you like these thoughts of saying you wish you were somewhere else. What you have to do is say, I already am. The mind doesn't understand good and bad of saying like, oh, please don't let this happen. Don't let this. So the mind thinks, oh, you want that to happen then, because it's all you're thinking about. You have to focus on the best outcome for your life possible. And it trains your mind to change your life, because it starts to actually question itself and thinking, why am I doing this? Why is it not getting better? If this is true, if we're successful, if we're happy, why am I thinking this way? And it all just starts with you. That's why I keep saying I am responsible. Anything in my life, the result of my life, of going paycheck to paycheck, of working a job and sitting here wanting to do this, but I don't have the time to do it, and I'm always struggling with bills and this and that, and barely scraping by, and could be susceptible to fear of falling apart. That is a result of me. It's a result of my standards and what I put in my life, and I accepted it. And that's where power comes from. You can't complain to the world and say that it's somebody else's fault and expect them, like a parent, to go fix it for you. If you're a grown-ass man, go do it yourself. Fix this life. Fix everything in the world. Be that leader that you need to be for yourself and for those around you. And believing that has changed my life. It's already happened. I tell myself every day now that I am this, I am that. It is done. My channel will be successful. I will be an influential person in this world. I will make a difference. Not even will. I have made a difference in this world because I am capable of it already. That is already within me. And I even changed my channel name from The Stutterer to what it is now, because I realized that the essence of who I am is not the past and what I struggled with. It is the refusal. It is the refusal to believe that it is who I am. It makes me stronger, but it was only from that it made me realize that I am powerful. I can do incredible things. And through overcoming those trials and saying that I am not overwhelmed by them, I am more than a conqueror, it makes you into something bigger than anything you could ever imagine, and ever evolving. Keep on moving forward with your life and be delusional of believing in what is not yet seen, but you continue to run for it. And that has changed my life to think that way. I've believed in scripture my entire life, but I realized that I was the fool because I never actually believed it myself. I never believed in faith of what is not yet seen. I was susceptible to fear. I would sit here all day fearing the end of every single month with every bill. And even with my job, about saying how much this sucks, how much this, I choose to go every day. I choose to do that job. So therefore, all you can do is say, you know what? I'm thankful to be working. I'm thankful to have this. I'm thankful to have that. And what it does is when you teach your body and your mind to be in that state of happiness, it also tells it that one day you can have happiness in your life that goes beyond this. It's kind of like the reverse psychology. You're not focusing on the bad will not fix anything. You have to focus on the result that you want. And everything else starts to snap into place. On a subconscious level, people think that, oh, if I believe this and that, then I'll get money. No. It is teaching your mind that you are unlimited, and what you will do with your life will bring that success. Then you will have the money. It's about the mindset and what it will make of you to achieve it. And I have drastically changed everything around me by believing in myself. And I realized I had that potential in me the entire time. But this one last key, I have to believe that God was the one who's telling me this now. Like, I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to do this. It's time to do this now. And you don't focus anymore on what is all around you. You focus on what you could be. And that brings you into a vibration of joy, of saying that I am so vibrant. I can do so much with my life. I am so smart and talented that the world is just waiting for you. The world is just waiting for you to go after it and show the world what you're made of. And then at the end of the day, once again, I'm responsible for waiting. I am responsible for denying that. I am responsible for choosing not to be happy in my life. I am responsible for that. But I can also be responsible for changing it. And just every day you have to believe that something good can happen for you. Every night, go to sleep, and before you do, say, I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me tomorrow. And then every morning, say, I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me today. And also pray to God. And don't pray for small mercies, pray for grace. And pray to say, God, I trust in you to do bigger things. It's only by the Holy Spirit that your power and miracles are possible. I pray for grace to give things to me that I do not deserve, but I will trust in you if you lead me and help me to do this. And that's the essence of faith. That's all that he wants to hear. Because I used to use the word mercy, but mercy is begging for punishment. Well, mercy is begging for the delaying of the punishment that you believe you deserve. But if you pray for grace, it flips it and accepts God's love for you and accepts the possibility that you can be happy in your life. And it's up to you about what that looks like. But what we deal with right now with social media and everything, it is a war. You have to aggressively hold on to your mind and measure and weigh your thoughts and aggressively focus on the life and the dreams that you have for yourself. And you know what? Things will start to happen in your life that you'll start to to notice because your mind is changing, your heart is changing, and the world opens up to you. You don't focus on right now, you focus on what is to come as if it's already here. And then you'll start to find small joys in life that you never noticed before. And your life just slowly starts to become this compound effect of getting better and better and better. It's never about the money. It's about what you've become and the responsibility you've taken on in faith of knowing that you can do bigger and greater things. But that's really all that I have to say. I'm just saying this to really put this out there for me to watch later and for the world to see, the universe to see, for just to help anybody that's trying to struggle, well, that's trying to improve their lives and struggling with what they have right now. It can seem dark, it can seem overwhelming, but you have to reject all feelings of desperation and wanting and fill your mind with the things in life that you want and fill yourself with that feeling like it's already here. And then you will start to live in a way where it's really living. Life is constantly going on. There is no like, well, once I get here, it's right now. You have to bring it into your life right now, and then everything around you will start to change. But that's really all that I have to say, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. Sorry, my phone was ringing. Like it's behind my chair here. But but things are getting better. I'll probably take another shot at YouTube. They say never. With the way things are going right now with AI, I was like thinking like, oh, they don't deserve this and that. But that was the negative side of me saying, dude, never say never. Just welcome the world in, be you, and the rest will work itself out. But yeah, guys, that was all that I needed to say. Thank you all so much for watching. I do have a big dream of making this work, of being consistent too, of hauling ass. I mean, like there is no waiting. It's about like, this is everything. Time. There is no waiting. So I really need to get serious, get started, and never break ever again. But thank y'all for watching. I really do appreciate all of the love. And I know it's been a rough last few years. Like especially this year, I stopped streaming. My internet has been really spotty, so it's been difficult for me to do so. And I've been changing. My life has been changing. I just got new glasses too, like you see that I'm trying to fit them on right still. But and then fix my lights in here. I'm trying to improve one thing at a time, and this is what I want to do. And I want to. That's believing in miracles, right? It's believing in miracles and believing in what you can achieve. Oh my goodness, keep getting calls. I need to finish this video up. But yeah, guys, I really do appreciate y'all watching. It really does mean a lot to me. And I will see y'all on the next one, guys. Thank you so much, and take care. See ya.